gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quest for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the conclusion of, I think this is the third CIS Qualifier. One of these teams is making it through to the semi, and will be 2 best of 3s away from making it to Shanghai. I think that's a pretty fair sort of deal, isn't it? Getting a trip to China, chance to face off for $150,000, and just having to play a few best of 3s along the way. Either way, forZe, they've managed to turn things round on Overpass after being dominated on Inferno. We now go on to trade a map that, at least if I'm talking about history, very, very good for World Edit. He's had some of his best maps ever. In fact, at one point, I don't know if he still does, but he held the record for most kills in an official match in a half. And we'll see if he can somewhat repeat that. Hey, Dexterity, how are you? A lot on offer here. CIS Qualifier. Definitely not as tough as it could be. It's a lot. Well, basically a massive opportunity for one of these teams. You've got teams like Avangard, who have a chance to get through. I genuinely believe they could be one of the teams to do it. Team Spirit, looking to try and make their way through to the next stage. And of course, FlipSide. Out of all of the teams in it, probably the one expected to win. Then again, their online performance recently hasn't been great, and they have to get through forZe first, who, well, in the first map, okay, they didn't look that great, but next, they definitely looked like the better team. I don't think there was any doubt about that. Yeah, I think anything more than one spot, though, would be slightly ridiculous, especially when you look at the sort of the EU one. And the teams that sort of remain in that, that's where things get a little bit difficult. Because you have to remember, Heroic have already been knocked out by Havu. We've had Envy knocked out. We've had Mouse Sports knocked out. In fact, have any of the invited teams actually gone through? Who's the 4th game? Space Soldiers versus Envy. Havu versus Heroic. Oh, it's Hell Racers versus Ago, and Ago won that as well. So yeah, none of that's actually really interesting. I didn't even think about that. None of the second stage teams invited to the EU one made it through to the semi-finals. Not one. That's mad. That's really cool as well. It shows how competitive the EU one really is. Because yeah, Ago beat Hellraisers, although Hellraisers was sort of a late invite because I don't think we could find another team that wanted the spot, or because otherwise they wouldn't have been invited back twice. Yeah, Space Soldiers beat Envy, Dig beat Mouse Sports, and Havu beat Heroic. So yeah, very competitive in the EU qualifier. So yeah, they only get 1 spot as well. I think there's also an NA invite, and then another Chinese qualifier spot. So we've already got Flash. We've managed to get through. Flash, savior of the universe. Here we go. We're into our pistol round. FlipSide will be starting on that CT side. Kid and a smoke for Blade. Of course, pretty useful for the retakes over towards that B site. Already, they're going to be rotating a third player over. Electronic now peeking back towards that B site. 5 players gathering up. FlipSide haven't lost a pistol. I will take your word for it. Here we go. Waylander in the corner already. Gets a first, a second. Calm and collected shots. The spam coming away. His teammates defending him. Trying to dance for his life. Unfortunately, his moves weren't quite silky enough, but I think he's done enough, at least in this round. So many low players. And Mr. Red Hide, well, you can't hide from Markelov. You'll be left red in the face. Boom! That was a terrible pun. 1-0. FlipSide. Be buying back into this one. No surprise, they won the round. A couple of MP9s. 3 MP9s. Triplet of MP9s. A third of an MP9 in MP9s. Because it's a 9, so you'd have 3. So you have 3 MP9s. So you have 1 MP27. Freemanim. Also known as Free M&M or Fre M&M. The memes are real, as always. And on the other side, we're going to have a scout dropped over to Little. And then pistols on every other player. Well, did it? Already going to be tagged up. Can't really go for a re-peek now, and we'll just opt to smoke off the corner. Make sure they can't peek out Ivy. Of course, there has actually been a tag thrown in on the other side as well. Little down to just 12 HP. And that will help the SMGs out quite a bit. Of course, same can be said for the pistols, though. More damage potentially done. Flashbang actually blinds up 1, but Electronic is only going to be able to just trade. So that's not too bad. MP9 thrown into the hands of Jerry. Although, double nade going to be going in. He's down to just 13 HP. But he will survive. First he was afraid, he was petrified. Blade. Could be the point of contact here, but actually he's going to be well at it. Ooh, that's not a good spray. Doesn't actually connect a single bullet, but gets a second chance, and this time he will not miss. And will take down a second as well. Still, 3 versus 2. Jerry still has an MP9 of his own. Blade going to be running and gunning. Can't really afford to take too much of a hit here. Neither can his opponents, and now Little... Well, he hits a tag, but it won't matter. SMGs will do the job. And it will be the rifle kept in as well, more importantly. 2-0. The T-side can't really opt to go for anything in this next round. Jerry has a small amount of extra cash, so maybe we'll pick up a deagle. Other than that, may as well just save all of that extra money. He'll have $5,000, and then he can buy every single nade that they need going into the first buy round. Well, he's going to buy... Okay, he only buys a P250. So he'll still have a little bit extra. I personally don't really see much of a point. If he can get a kill, okay, fair enough. He's just made that money back. But if he just goes down without anything, then it's just sort of a waste. Well, did it? Just with his trusty P2K. Not that many people use the P2K anymore. Got me a flash. I felt like that would be a little bit counterintuitive. That's nice. Well done it. Just with a cheeky little one tap. Extra $300 made for him. And a second as well. Okay. The third. Nice work. Well done it. Just doing work with the P2K. And there you go. 4 kills for well done it. Just farming. Even saves the MP9. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That is what you call calm and collected pistol play. Of course, up against unarmored opponents. But that was really nice. And now we're going to get the bit of a sort of mixed bonus round. We've got 2 rifles, 2 SMGs, and a trusty AWP onto WorldEdit. As said, this can be his map. When WorldEdit is playing well, and they're playing Train. That's when World Edit can go God mode and drop 40 kills. However, we'll see if the T's can quell this attack. Electronic is already going to be going down within a matter of seconds. There's a close player in Markelov, but he'll fall to Jerry as well, leaving it on to just 2. World Edit is one of them with the AWP. Just about misses a second shot. And Waylander and his teammate may just want to save here. They're going to be able to buy into the next round anyway. But saving the AWP could be important. And with, well, Waylander already going down, World Edit is just going to want to try and hold on. Force rotation is going to be coming in from the T's. They want to remove this weapon. World Edit actually allowing Kabakin to cross. More he scopes, of course, and the closer they get, the more likely they are to know exactly where he is, and they are going to be pincering him in. Trying to just take this weapon out of his hands. Knows there's one coming in from behind. Will take down Little. May just look to try and retreat back in that direction. Throws the smoke down. There's still one more player that he needs to deal with, and it won't matter. Jerry will close him out. Orp is going to be saved. And now, well, yeah, this is where the money could be a little bit more problematic. Whether they are going to give an AWP over to World Edit and have someone else take the hit. Or maybe drop him a FAMAS instead. Well, by the looks of things, they're just going to drop him absolutely nothing. World Edit going to have to buy his own weapons this round. P250 going to save himself a little bit of extra money instead. And it will be 3-1. forZe on the board quickly, but there's still a big chance that they could get reset into this next round. Hey, Noam. I'm pretty good. How about you? Had a pizza buffet and roast gammon. So it is no... I am more than I could ever possibly be full. Electronic going to be waiting. Flashbangs come in. He has to spray wildly to try and find the early kill. He's looking to try and fall back. Has a little bit of support, but actually it'll be Blade to go down instead. Yeah, pizza buffet. Electronic will be able to turn the tide, though, turning it into a 4 versus 4. Aggression from Waylander won't be paying off, however, and now the rotation is going to go towards that B site. Same will be said for the CT side. Nice shot from Markelov. Will at least even things up for now. Has a Molotov as well, but he doesn't know how close Jerry actually is. Well, he definitely does now. It's going to have to be this deadly duo to try and turn the tide. They've got to be careful as well because there's still a man in the backlines, but actually Electronic. The timing is absolutely perfect. And now it's all onto a 1 versus 1. Jerry around the corner and he'll take the head off the second. It's been a great start for Jerry in this game. 2 of his teammates currently sit on 0 kills, and Jerry sits on 9. Pizza Hut lunch for 7 squids. No, you don't know me, KFC. It's basically just, you just go to Pizza Hut and they have a load of different pizzas out, and then you pick one. Or you pick different bits from each one. And just eat a load of garlic bread. Nauseate. I'm not an English teacher, unfortunately. Small amount of investment coming in from FlipSide. Little just going to keep his P250. Waylander is one of his own, but he doesn't have a head, unfortunately. Face crack will do, as his name suggests, and cracks the face. Jerry really is off to a flying start. 12-3 at the moment. Yeah, well, it is greasy. I didn't go there because I was trying to be healthy. I wasn't like, yes, I'm on a bit of a diet. Let's go for a pizza buffet, get myself an Oreo milkshake, and, you know, that will really just set me off on a good start. Jerry, more like Kerry. Oh, God, that's a bad pun. I appreciate the effort. A for effort. Here we go, though. Quick push in. T side picking up the pace, looking to try and catch these CTs off guard. Electronic will be able to get... What? Jerry! Just Jerry toggled. 2 headshots just walking into the site. A ridiculous start to the round. Waylander will be able to get 1 back. Jerry is down. However, now Kabakin's going to start things off. Waylander, the only one left alive. Does get a fadeaway shot, but it won't matter. 4-3. forZe take the lead, and... Damn. Jerry with 14 kills in 7 rounds. 2 kills a round at the moment. Technical pause. Gonna lose the mighty Markelov. SG actually picked up by Kabakin. It's actually not a bad gun, but it's a COD gun, so we can't forgive it. Interestingly, well, normally whenever forZe do well, we're talking about one man. This man. Now, that's actually covered the kills, which is kind of annoying. But he's on 0 at the moment. Face crack currently on 1. And it's Jerry, 14 and 4. 14. Very nice start from him. Whether he can carry it on, that's a different story altogether. But if he does, well, FlipSide may be eliminated from this tournament. I think if you look at the list of teams, they should be the ones getting through this qualifier. And only having to play 3 best of 3s being invited into that second stage. Well, it could have been one of the easiest qualifiers of their lives, to be honest. A $150,000 event in Shanghai. And if it carries on as it is, it's going to slip away from them. And then, well, who knows who will take it from them on. Maybe forZe can get to that. And that would be absolutely incredible. Markelov's trying to work out how to launch 1.6 and play on a CSGO server. Although, to be fair to him, today he has been playing pretty well. First map, he's probably the MVP for FlipSide. Interestingly, not their map choice, and they won it dominantly. Then Overpass, they actually lost. I've had a lot of sort of technical issues from, well, both teams, really. Players dropping out of the server. Problems all the way through. Does sort of dull the momentum of the game a little bit, it has to be said. Oh, Redhide bought the SG. So was that a misbuy, or did he ask for it? Because, actually, why would he ask for it? He's got 6 grand in the bank. So I'm guessing it was a misbuy, and Kabak was just like, yeah, I can use that. That's exactly how he talks, by the way. He's like, yeah. Yeah. Talking to me? Definitely not Russian. Although, who's the comedian who says it? It's like, everything in a Russian accent sounds scary if they're speaking English. If they're speaking Russian, it sounds perfectly fine. But if you say anything in a Russian accent that in English, it sounds scary. It's like, do you want to pet my cat? No. His name is Fluffy. It's scary. I don't know why. It's one of those accents where no matter what you say, I like pineapple on my pizza. It's like that makes me think that I'm somehow gonna die. Then again, if you like pineapple on your pizza, you're probably wrong in any way. SG buys you. Not sure what's happened to Markelov. I'm a cat now. I feel like Electronic might be a little bit of a fidget. Like, everybody else is sort of still, and he can't help it. He can't help just play it with his knife. Kiss me or I'll crush you. Yeah, well, I think if you use the word crush, or add any sort of threat. Basically, Markelov just stopped smiling for a second, and somebody had to see if he was still alive, because I've heard if Markelov stops smiling, the world ends. It's sort of like is it Men in Black 2? Where the woman is actually like, when she's sad, it rains. That's Markelov. If Markelov is sad, then it rains. And if Markelov is happy, it's sunny. See, look, Electronic is just a fidget. He can't sit still. Look at him. Joe, in the warm-up, he was constantly just shooting people in the head. He had some like 35 kills just from constantly just sat here shooting people. just bored. Wouldn't it be great? It was actually like his chair actually just has like a small amount of electric shock that keeps him just going all the time. I feel like it's gonna make me feel dizzy. One to 2 minutes. This has been something in the past that has plagued FlipSide, not being able to have standards. I think they're allowed to stand in for this if the worst comes to worst. I don't know who they bring in. Simple, maybe? I feel like that would never happen. He may also be playing something else, I don't know. Is this a rerun? Yes. Dun, dun, Probs had 20 reballs. Red balls? I need you sub. Ah, oh, giddy. What's the IP? Okay, you ready to write this down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think it'd be a 4 versus 5. They're allowed to stand in, so unless they choose to do it, it's that's not gonna happen. We've already seen who is it earlier in the tournament? Godsent playing with all of my stuff. The same pass as my luggage. Somebody asked Smooter. Yeah, maybe Smooter could play. Well, you say that, Will, but they lost. You can leak the IP. I probably could get hold of it. Maybe I should just play. I'm a UK talent. Higher rank than Smooter on matchmaking. Level 3 on Face It. Basically pro. I'm pretty damn close. I use the revolver in game. That basically gives me an extra like 5 levels. 23, so still pretty much in my prime CS days. Hey, guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Isn't there a... Yeah, there is a UK guy called Charlie Pickles. Is the best name ever. The second prestige on Call of Duty Black Ops 1. That's pretty good, to be honest. You're doing cartwheels. Okay, so he's back. Are we going to play? Master on Black Ops 2. Better than his son, Pickles Jr. I feel like you'd have to call him Junior Pickles, because it just sounds so much better. Do you think forZe are going to win? rap casting. Now this is a story all about how Markolov's internet just went down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you about a caster who's got no hair. There you go, sorted. Here we go, though. We're going to be going back into this one. Waylander actually going to pick himself up an MP9, looking to try and do a little bit of extra damage. Make himself some cash. Rest of the team just going to be investing into some pistols. Already one picked up. Electronic going to be going, pushing in. Up above is beautiful CZ. Finds one, but has to be careful for the trade, which is just around the corner. Somehow, this seems to be working so far, but here go the rifles. Looking to try and turn things back. Blade going to be caught in the open. Wild Edit will manage one more, and they have actually hit the dink. And Waylander now looking to try and come in from behind. However, there is a man waiting. Little just around the corner, takes the head off one and leaves it all onto Markolov. Even he can't do anything in this situation. It will be 3-5, but now the T's can buy. Rifles across the board. AWP. They could even have two if they really wanted to. Although it is just going to be the singular. Solo. Now Facecrack is actually going to have himself the SG. So it is sticking around at least a little bit. Could be coming out. Let's try and actually sneak down towards Olaf. You got Wild Edit watching with the AWP, and he picks up the first. But now the Ivy push is going to be coming in. It has been heard. Should be known by Wild Edit. Looking for the pick, but he doesn't manage to hit anything. In fact, he gets overwhelmed, and Blade is just sat in the corner waiting. Another comes in. CT side rotating him from behind will be Blade. He manages one. 1 HP again. I think this is a 5th player we've now seen go down to 1 HP. A little bit of damage done onto Red Hide as well. And there's the peek out from Electronic. Closes all... Wait, all 3 players? I didn't even see 3 players. What? I'm actually going to watch the replay on my other monitor. What? Where does he kill the 3rd? There's 2. Oh, he hits the first one before we switch onto him on the camera. He's just too quick. It's too quick for me to even notice. 4-5. Bounce back from the CT side, but they got to keep it going. Can't just be a one and done, and while both teams' economy is going to be on the brink. Not that much money for the CTs, even less for the Ts. Early Molotov will deny at least any initial push into Pop Dog. Lander is, at least initially, the solo player over towards B, but Markolov has now rotated in to try and support him. The Ts are just waiting for any sort of rotations. And through the smoke, Electronic actually goes a little bit over-aggressive. Gary is actually going to be able to upgrade onto a rifle, and now the Ts can just sit there with their man advantage. Push, looking to try and come in. Blake going to be left completely blind. Well, did it? Just going to be waiting if they do look to push round, but in fact, Blade is going to be able to turn things back into a 4 versus 4 push. Now looking to come it over towards this B side. Quick rotation will be out from the CTs. Molotov looking to try and deny the plant. Already a lot of damage done. Markolov, Wild Edit, and Waylander all combining, leaving just little left alone. Has himself full health at least. Just trying to rotate around. Doesn't have control of the bomb, so may just want to save onto this AWP. Give them something to play with in the next round. And we will be now evening up the scoreline. 5-5. Nearly every single CT player alive. But the question is, after this round, how will they thrive? Pistol's just going to be purchased up for forZe. T-side just looking at that solitary orb. What can Little do with it? Gonna be one on the other side as well. Smoke going to be thrown out. They can actually boost and try and look into the window. Spot anybody out on the trains above. And Blade is going to be around that angle. Popfly's actually bounced straight in. That's a nice little flash. Eastside not really looking like they know what they're doing at the moment. A bomb plant would definitely benefit them. Don't have a huge amount of cash. 2,400 loss bonus. Gonna want a tiny bit more just to make sure they can get all the nades. Of course, Little is going to be struggling either way because he only has that AWP for this round. Waylander is going to be the man on site. Again, has support from his teammate of Markelov. Bomb going to be rotating to try and get towards that site, and Little will start things off. Already picking up 1 and 2. Maybe this orb can do a little bit more than expected. Looking for his 3rd kill of the round, and he spots out 1. Sees the head of another. Somebody needs to deal with this AWP. Markelov may have to be the man to do it. Otherwise, they may just be able to win this round off pistols alone. Push comes in. Markelov gets 1. Well did it will find another, and it is the AWP gone. Now the push has to try and come in. Blade will find another. Needs to get rid of the man behind him, and they eventually get surrounded. It will be 6-5. A round stolen away. Big stuff coming up from Little as well, ironically. And, well, now the CT side economy gets wrecked far sooner than they would have expected. A chance for them to win. Get themselves back into the game. Instead, they're going to have to struggle with pistols once more. Gonna have another tactical port. What is going on? Overpass was won by forZe. We got another tactical pause. This has probably been the most paused game in a long time they've had to cast. Here we go, though. Aggressive push from Waylander. Looking to try and find something early on, but he's going to get shut down. Push already going to be sneaking down the sandwich train towards the bomb. Blade already going to be taken down. Electronic does manage to get a couple for himself, at least making things costly, and Warded will do the same. Markelov, oh, he's given a chance by Face Crack, but Face Crack rescinds that offer fairly quickly. 7-5. T-side looking to try and win the half here, and the CTs looking to break back with their investment. Rifles on every single player. A decent amount of utility onto Markelov as well. And Warded with that orb back in hand. Yet to see a huge amount from him. Not doing too badly so far, but definitely not the performance that we can see from either Electronic or Wilded. Either way, lots of flashbangs thrown in. The T's looking to try and move fast once again, but there is spotted it. Starting things off, Jerry trying to push through the smoke, but he is going to get taken down. Rotation back towards this B side. They're going to try and overwhelm Waylander, but running through the smoke gives him a big advantage. However, he only managed to get 1 kill. That will give them a chance to get the bomb down and boost that economy significantly already. Blade will finish off Little, and now only 1 man left. Red Hide will fall. It is going to be 6-7. Bomb plant definitely going to help the T's in terms of getting another buy on the board. They should be in a pretty decent position. Well, at least on most of their players. Jerry going to be a little bit far behind. More importantly, though, Little can still afford an AWP. Or could drop an AK. Now, I reckon he'll probably go for the AWP. That's what I expect, at least. And considering we already see Facecrack go for a Galil and Jerry now pick up a UMP, it is going to be the case. Now, the CT side money's still not going to be great, but it's definitely better than their opponents going into the last round if they are to lose. So, it could potentially be a 2-for-1 for either side here. More so, and more importantly for FlipSide, they're definitely going to want to be winning that half. Once again, we're going to see a quick push down Olov, but already Blade picks up that first, and once again they're going to try and push onto Waylander, but this time he has the Molotov to help him out. Kabakin gets burnt down to a crisp, and Waylander has actually done a lot of damage already, takes down 1. Actually looking to go a little bit further. Now this I'm not such a fan of. Red Hide close to bringing this back to a 5v4, and Waylander, because of that, is actually going to fall back. They are still going to try and push out onto this B site. Edge of the smoke will net Waylander his 2nd kill of the round. Leave it on to just Little and Red Hide. As said, this does look like a 2-for-1 round scenario. Electronic is looking to go further aggressive. Wants to take the fight to these remaining players. Does damage onto 1, but doesn't manage to finish off either. Patient going to be going over. Blade up above. Should be able to spot out Little. Did Red Hide kill himself? He jumped down the ladder. Oh, for God's sake. I was like, how did he die? Did someone shoot him in the back? Oh, never mind. 7-7. It will be FlipSide now with a massive advantage going into this one. You found a pizza buffet. It was good. It was good. A bit of a boost. Relying quite heavily on Electronic to actually do some work here. Pistols will be looking to try and push. They've spotted out Blade. He sprays down 1 and a 2nd as well. Looking for more with the pistol, but won't be able to do it. And hands a rifle over to their opposing side. I don't think they've actually spotted out Electronic, who's just sort of hovering above in the smoke. Leaves it down to just 2, and 8-7 for FlipSide, looking pretty much inevitable, but Little is going to be the one to try and clutch it. Definitely hasn't had his best game so far, and it's not going to get any better. 3 kills for Electronic, padding his stats a little bit. Will put him 14 and 10, top of the board. Not quite matching the magnificent Jerry. And we are hopefully going to be going into our second half pretty shortly. Of course, a lot of delays so far in this matchup. Hey Jeffrey, how's it going? You good? You good? Someone clip that reaction. What, just me just giggling? Here we go. Pistol round. Double Molotov, double smoke. World Edit and Markelov. So maybe a B push, one thrown into the connector, and then one used for the bomb afterwards. That's what my guess is. Smoke probably just going to be thrown down the ramp. Or actually, they're going to double back towards A. I can't imagine them doing anything else. I feel like that'd be a really weird reason to have two Molotovs. Let's say we're going to throw one into the connector and one over to stopper instead. Which is possible, but I still think that my initial idea is probably much more likely. Smoke's already going to be going out. Here we go. Leading the charge. Already, Little and Kabakan will be able to find a couple. One is going to be traded back, and I think one of the Molotovs may already have been lost. Probably meant to be going into this connector. Now, they could go for a double Molotov onto the bomb afterwards. Already, Markelov going to be getting tagged down. Blade the same. There's an aggressive position from Waylander. A nice shot from FaceCrack as he gets back into the site. It's going to make things very difficult indeed. They need to go further aggressive, and they will do. Still going to be down to just one, but it doesn't matter. FaceCrack, he will pick up a double in the pistol round, even retrieve himself a cheeky little Molotov and a kit. And it will be forZe to take themselves the pistol. The strategy seemed to go out the window very quickly. Now. Oh. Bomb plant at least. FlipSide probably going to get themselves an early round. Or early buy round. Got themselves a P250 train other than Electronic, who's got himself a Glock. Waylander actually going to hit a bit of a double dink, but they can't quite trade things out. Electronic, he wants that kill desperately, but Wild Edit will get it instead. A little bit of extra money for him. However, seeing like they're just going to be tapped down by the rifles. Sat back. Decent positions. And it will now be 8-9. forZe taking the lead. Here we go, though. This is the force buy. Little on the AWP, SMGs for the CT side, and then rifles on every single one of this T side. The Galil still counts-ish. Markelov looking to try and get close to the smoke. Actually got a lot of utility on the T side considering that this is an early buy. The Galils have helped with that. Obviously saving an extra $700 that can be invested. There's been some aggression from the CT side into A main, which they have to be a bit careful about. Blade is going to be making quite a bit of noise and actually looking to try and set up some utility over this side of the map. However, the majority of the players are still waiting over towards that B spot. Rotation back from Markelov, who may just look to try and pick up the bomb and rotate away. By the looks of things, that is the plan, the master plan. Try and hit towards this B site. Already, Kabakan going to be slowing them down with that Molotov, and that is going to force the rotation out. Push could be coming in from Blade, but he's caught out in the open, and it is just going to be that one man actually still in the smoke. Kabakan's managed to avoid all of the bullets, all of the players, and he's still just sat here. Will eventually take down World Edit, and now Electronic, 15 seconds left on the clock. His best hope here is to just try and hold on to his weapon. Not going to be able to do anything more, and now forZe will break that early buy, slap them back down to the floor, and take themselves a 10th.
Counter-terrorists win.
Nice start from Jerry. Just the one rifle alongside the pistols for the T side. Oh yeah, Electronic does have 94 ping. Face crack looking for the peek in. We'll be able to take down Electronic already. Spotted it. We'll be able to trade one back, do a little bit of extra damage to himself. Leave. Just wilded it left with that AK. Actually, it will be the one tap to close. 11-8. CT side now building up a nice amount of economy already. T's will be able to invest back into this one. They need to break back quickly. Electronic will be struggling a little bit with money and is instead going to pick up a trusty MAC-10 with a lot of nades behind it. Could have gone for a Galil instead, but decided against it, and Molded it will have his AWP in hand. So this is where FlipSide really need to be getting back into this game. 3 rounds of difference. They lose the next one. It's probably going to be a couple more up to 13, and then the game really is getting out of control. It goes out. Already a decent amount of damage onto Electronic. Make things a little bit easier for them. B-side. Sort of just taking their time at the moment. We've seen a little bit of aggression from Jerry, who's going to make his way into pop, and 2 players currently close over on that B-side. Nade's going to be popped in. I want to see how quickly Jerry is actually going to opt to go for the flank, or if they're not going to fall for the bait. 45 seconds left on the clock. The T's yet to make their move. They still have utility to spare, as they are going to be throwing things back in. Here we go. Flashbang, straight in, push out. Electronic will be able to get one, but it's still just a trade. There's another man on the site that they have to deal with in the form of Kabakin, and Electronic's just gone running forward. He has the bomb. That's the bomb down already. Problems, and here comes the flank. Or that it will be executed as he doesn't know there's a man behind him. And now Markelov may meet the same fate. Doesn't turn around in time. It is going to be a 12th round on the board. And by the looks of things, FlipSide, they're starting to, well, look like they are going to be losing this match. forZe, double AWP setup. Redhide will now have the secondary. He's currently 6 and 13, so maybe a change up in weapon could give them a chance. Here we go, though. Galil's almost on every single player. Only Markelov enough for an AK. Face crack already going to be starting things off. Markelov will be able to trade one back, and he's got support from Waylander as well. However, Kabakin is there to trade, still leaving it into a 3 versus 3. There's a chance for the T's. But already Redhide will pick up one more. Kabakin with another. And now Blade is left to try and clutch this. Gets a first. Round the corner actually does a lot of damage, but it doesn't matter. Little's there with the flank. 13-8. 3 rounds needed for forZe to eliminate FlipSide from the tournament. Already, they're going to go for another force. FlipSide just risking it all at the moment. They get a bomb plant, they should give them enough to get a buy into the next round. Nice start from Blade, he will get the first. Same as we saw in the previous round, there was the trades just seemed to come in thick and fast, and there is Jerry to already add one to the death toll. Tapping away, Waylander looking for the kill, but he can't find anything. It's just going to be a shutdown at the moment. Only one man left, the man who started it all for this T side. They will be able to pick up one. Still plenty of players left to deal with. Jumping. Looking to try and find anything at the moment, and it just isn't happening. There's another, though. Leaves it on to just Little. Blade looking to try and ace this round. So close to doing it. 30 HP for Little. And Blade is, oh my god, unbelievably close. But it won't be that round. 14-8. The problems continue, and it's force after force after force. They want to break this CT economy, but they're not even coming close. Little still with 12,800. We'll actually have to force up quite a bit of that money, though. Gonna be dropping some weapons over. Anybody just checked HLTV? E-League have got the next major. The playoffs will be in Boston, 26th to 28th of January. FlipSide looking like they have run out of tactics. I didn't see the DreamHack bit. There we go. Blade and Co. looking to try and lead the charge in towards this A site once again. Little is going to be boosted up with one of the AWPs. Already finding the first kill. Trade will be back from Marco. World Edit will do the same. Still leaving it into a 3v3. These rounds have been close. But it's always been the CT side coming out on top. 26 kills for Jerry. Kabakan on 21. Blade actually top of the board on 19, which is quite a scary prospect. Looking to try and do the same, and he actually doubles down. Leaves it on to just Little in a 1 versus 2. Slightly worse scenario than before if he gets Markolov. He may just have enough to win this round because Blade is left on just 2 HP. Spots him, hits the shot as well. Lightning fast reactions. Only seconds to go. Just going to wait for that bomb to be planted. Little will round the corner, and he clutches it out again. 8 HP, slowly getting lower and lower in these rounds, but it doesn't matter as long as he's winning. 15-8. One more round for forZe, and that is FlipSide eliminated from the tournament. In their first match as well, they were invited to this stage. They will continue the trend. In the EU segment, not a single one of the invited teams managed to make it through to the next stage. Every single one was eliminated. T-side, they've had similar buys for the last few rounds. We haven't seen an AWP in quite a while on World Edit. Some aggression once again from Jerry. Kabakan already going to be spotting them. Looking to try and push towards him on the B side, but he already holds 1 and a second. Kabakan looking to end this game in its tracks. It will be a trade back from World Edit, but it may just be too little too late. They've got a 3-man or 2-man disadvantage. Can they turn this back? Kabakan trying to hold it on his own. The smoke not going to do anything. Will drop the bomb in the open. In fact, Markolov looking to try and turn the tide, but it will be forZe to streak every single one of their CT rounds together. Game is done. We will be coming back, hopefully fairly shortly, with our second best of 3 of the night. So make sure you don't be going anywhere. Unlike FlipSide, well, they won't be going anywhere either, because they've just been eliminated.
E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.